I see no snow.
Thomas was sad.
I know. I have been a silly engine. I thought I could show that the Misty Island snow song would bring the snow. But the snow didn't hear, and the snow didn't come. And now we are late with the logs for Farmer McCall. It's my fault, Gordon. I'm sorry.
Gordon grunted. The logging locos rattled their rods.
No time to waste, Gordon. Now, I must be a really useful engine. Will you puff with me?
I will, Thomas.
No waiting and watching, just huffing and puffing, till our special is done.
So, Thomas and Gordon whooshed to the hill.
Hill logs are loaded, ready and steady.
Next, Thomas and Gordon raced to the sea.
Sea logs are loaded, ready and steady.
Lastly, Thomas and Gordon waited and wished at the logging station.
Joby logs loaded, ready and steady. Huff your hardest, Gordon. Farmer McCall will be waiting.
Gordon steamed grandly away to the tunnel and Sodor. The logging locos jiggled and joggled.
We're sorry, Thomas.
That's right.
Don't worry.
Then Thomas stopped. His wheels wobbled and wibbled.
I can see
Snow!
Being really useful has brought us the snow. I must find Gordon. Hooray! I must go.
Thomas found Gordon, and together they chuffed the Misty Island snow song.
You puff to the hill.
And you stay quite still. You chuff to the sea.
And you wait patiently. Then you steam back to here.
And the snow will appear.
Welcome to our winter wonderland.
Happy winter holidays!
Thomas screeched to a stop at the siding. Thomas was excited.
Here I am, Percy, ready and raring to chuff our winter holiday special.
Thomas whistled and whooshed. But no sound came back. Thomas was puzzled.
Percy? Where are you, Percy?
Percy wasn't there. Percy had disappeared.
Percy? Where are you? We mustn't be late for Sir Topham Hatt.
But Percy didn't answer. Now Thomas was worried. Thomas puffed and peered at the siding. All he could see was white snow. And no Percy.
Cinders and ashes. Now Percy can't share my special. And I'm late for Sir Topham Hatt.
Just then, Gordon roared by. Snow from the tracks sprayed and sploshed all over a bush. Thomas was surprised.
Bubbling boilers. Now that bush looks like a snowball.
Then Thomas gasped.
Trembling tracks. I know why I can't see Percy. I must have covered him in snow when I whooshed and wheeshed past.
Thomas looked hard at a big snowy shape in front of him.
Percy? Is that you?
Suddenly, some snow slipped away.
Percy! It is you!
Percy was sad.
Hello, Thomas. I thought you didn't want to share your special with me. Now my firebox has gone out, so I can't come with you.
Thomas felt terrible.
I'm sorry, Percy. You were right. Snow is tricky. And I don't know about snow at all.
Thomas looked at his snowy friend. Then, an idea popped in his pistons.
Percy, I'll puff back soon. I promise you will share my special after all.
Thomas puffed into Knapford Station. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting. He was dressed as Santa Claus. Thomas jiggled with joy.
Sir, I have an idea that will give the children an even bigger winter holiday surprise.
So, Thomas told Sir Topham Hatt about Percy.
We can take the party to Percy.
That's a grand idea, Thomas. Pump your pistons.
Sir Topham Hatt turned on the Christmas lights. The children clapped and cheered.
Now, children, all aboard! Thomas has a special surprise for you.
Thomas puffed up to Percy. Percy looked sad. Then he saw Thomas and the children.
I promised to share my special with you, Percy. Children, here is your winter holiday surprise. Percy the Snow Engine.
Percy beamed from buffer to buffer. The children cheered and waved. They had never seen a snow engine before.
Hooray for Percy! Hooray for Thomas!
Even Sir Topham Hatt chuckled. Thomas huffed happily.
I've puffed and I've chuffed with the children's party. Now Percy has shared my special with me.
The logging locos were worried.
We're
Sorry, Hiro.
Thomas and the logging locos looked at Hiro. He was puffing quietly. Suddenly, Thomas tooted and hooted.
Hiro, you told me what makes you happy. And I thought I knew better. You are older and wiser, and I am silly. Please, would you puff quietly with me?
Hiro smiled.
Of course, Thomas. I will be happy to.
First, Thomas took Hiro to the top of the hill. Hiro looked out to sea. He puffed quietly. He smiled and he sighed.
This is beautiful. This is like my home.
This made Thomas happy.
May I show you somewhere else to puff quietly?
Of course, Thomas.
Next, Thomas took Hiro to the hollow tree tunnel. The birds sang. They warbled and whistled wonderfully. Hiro listened. He puffed quietly. He smiled and he sighed.
This is beautiful. This is like my home.
This made Thomas even happier.
May I show you somewhere else to puff quietly?
Of course, Thomas.
Lastly, Thomas took Hiro to the Joby Woods. Hiro puffed quietly. He smiled his biggest smile.
This is beautiful. This is like my home. I am happy, Thomas.
Thomas beamed from buffer to buffer.
Thomas, you are not a silly engine. You are a very kind friend. Thank you.
And the two friends puffed quietly together.